Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. This morning, one of Dan's friends is a 500 horsepower Cosworth, so we've got Dan's car. We've been down John's for a little bit of work. We've come to Dan's. Dan's going to start the car. What's happening with the car, Dan?
Well, it's not starting, is it, Anthony? Bump the fucker. I didn't believe it.
Typical Cosworth ownership, I'm afraid. Stuck outside of Dan's.
Good job we got him in the back.
We brought the man in the back.
First time for us.
Yeah, we just want things to work. Obviously, Christmas is in a couple of days, so we brought a mechanic so we can get through the video in time.
It might have been that 170 we were doing down the motorway.
So apparently, there's some kind of switch in the boot. And he says it always does it, but he said it's clicked, so let's see.
Try and press that button, John. What a disaster. She's never let me down.
Obviously made no better this morning by Dan, spending 8 hours on the drink down at York yesterday, so he's a little bit ruined this morning.
They're on. Off.
So yes, as it happens, slight fuel pump issue we're thinking. John's just in the boot now trying to get it working, but we don't seem to have any life from the pump, so this morning isn't going quite as planned. Yeah, so the button, as I tell you, John, in the background, the button that John had told Dan to take out a couple of weeks ago, that's still not been up. There's hardcore till we die. We've got a radio though. That's off. I can't hear a pump.
Nah. John, should I hit it with a stick? I'm gonna get a stick. This is old school. I'm getting a stick.
So yeah, I'll stop that now anyway. Obviously, we know further forward we're getting the car started, so there's no point in running the camera. I think we could be here a little while. Dan said he's got quite a few snap-on tools in the back garden, so that's his snap-on tool. Shows your tool, mate.
Get there. 120 for this. Big snap-on's overrated, man. Come on!
Right, go and try it. Try it. This is actually, I promise you, this is actually not planned at all. Oh, we've got life there. Fuck's sakes.
John, it's my only tool. I'm a driver, I'm not a mechanic. Well, I was going to go for the Mac Tools one, but apparently they're going to snapping.
You got any way you cut this?
Oh, for fuck.
Look, what car shall we take today, Dan says? Yeah?
Let's have a look.
Shall we take the R32?
Hold on, should we take the R32?
Shall we take the BMW?
We can't take the R32,
Oh,
look,
got a
because
flat
it's
tyre.
flat tyre.
Yeah.
Can't take that.
What's next?
What's next? The Clio? What about, should we take the Clio?
No number plates.
No number plates in the Clio.
Can it take the Focus because he's polished it a little bit?
Too clean.
Yeah.
Is that a pink Evo in the back there? Pink Evo, can we take?
No,
nah, it's never moved. No.
I know. We'll take the Cossie that doesn't start.
Got a Stanley plate.
Is that for your wrists or the fuel pump?
Right guys, well we're on the road. We managed to get her going again. Part of Cosworth ownership. Just on the way now to go and see this Cosworth that we've mentioned. It's genuinely a fully built engine. GT30 turbo, there's all sorts on the car. But the story goes, I actually loaned my Cosworth to a guy that basically said, what's the big fascination with these old cars? And I wanted him to experience it, so I put him on my insurance and I gave him the car for 3 days. So he took the car away, had it for 3 days, he came back and he just says, right, I've got to have one. what do we do now? Well, I wasn't going to sell him mine. So I wouldn't sell mine, John. She's a fine shit. But I says to him, right, I said, look, I'll get you one. So we found him one. He actually sold his Porsche 911 in place to get one of these. Some people probably think that's mental, but never mind. I made a few phone calls, and it turns out one of my pals had one. I didn't even know he still had the thing, but he had it in his garage. Oh no.
We're supposed to go around there, weren't we?
So my mate had one in his garage with this mega engine build that had been parked up and forgotten about for probably the last 7 years, I think it is. And that's what we're going to go and see now, because we managed to buy it off him. And we took it to John, who's in the back of the car now, took it along as a non-runner, and done a few more bits to it, put a few things on that John recommended, changed the turbo, a couple of other bits and pieces, recommissioned it, and we've got some photos now we'll show you. John's going to talk you through what we've done, or what he done. And
I was going to say there's no way in it, mate, because if it was what we'd done, then it probably wouldn't work.
Oh shit, I've got photos of us actually transporting it on a recovery truck.
Have you?
Me, personally.
Did you load it though?
I've got photos of us actually.
I knew you wouldn't have loaded it, mate.
Yeah, I took it off.
Oh, did you?
I wouldn't have loaded it.
Did you?
Mate, I was terrified.
These trainers dirty.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that's me, like, it's my stamp.
I was honestly, it was one of the most awful experiences of my life. Mate, the exhaust got stuck on the way off. I was stressed a bit. Got to the point I didn't even care if the bastard fell off. I just wanted to go home and go to bed. So I'll put some of them pictures up. But I saw there were once it went back to Chris's house. Well, I had a look at it. I think he was starting to have a reality check, getting rid of a Porsche for a H-Reg Ford Sierra that didn't work. And then John, I think you put some effort into it, which he'll talk through when we get there. And the car is now an absolute animal, and it ain't running full boost yet. It's phenomenal. We're going to talk a bit about this turbo that went on it. It's not a Garrett, it's made by Pulsar, but John will take you through that as well when we get there. So I'm going to stop rolling. I'll switch off because we can't show you exactly where the car is, because I don't think the owner will be happy.
But before we switch off as well, obviously big, I know Dan's head's already big enough, but congratulations to Dan for the last video. Obviously 100,000 views, which for our channel is absolutely massive. That one video picked us up, was 1,000 subscribers.
Hold on, did you just say my head's big?
Yeah, I don't mean inside. Get him off, man.
Yeah, fucking melon.
Yeah, so that last video obviously done very, very well. So thanks to all that liked and shared it. Again, with this one, just don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and obviously hit the bell at the top of the page, and just keep doing what you're doing for the channel. 1,000 subscribers in the space of, what, 2 weeks?
It is, exactly 2 weeks.
You've been on a massive YouTube channel. Pulled up at the house with the lad with the Cosworth. As you can see, obviously me and Dan are a little bit disappointed with the area. It's slightly rough. As you can see, there's not much money around here. Me and Dan feel a bit out of place, to be honest. We live in much nicer areas than this.
Right guys, so this is a Cosworth we've been talking about. This one, I've known the car for nearly 20 years. One of my pals, Gav, he had this for I think he had it for some time in the early 2000s. And it was just running stage 3, and he sold it to another one of my mates, Marty, who worked at Quick Fit, and he daily drove this car for years. He ended up modifying it a bit further. He put a T38 turbo on, and I think it was running about 400 horsepower, nice healthy engine. And then he just kind of got the modifying bug, and he ended up getting a fully built engine. It's low compression pistons. I think the head's had ported head. It's running. It did have, what cams were in that, John, originally?
Oh, it's running a BD16 inlet and standard exhaust.
Because it was running 2 modified cams, but it was just a little bit too much for the road.
Double valve springs, all that.
Had all sorts done under there. But eventually, I think he got a bit, I don't know if he got bored or he just decided to keep the car as a bit of a showpiece. So he ended up putting the car into his garage. He got all underneath painted. He got the gearbox rebuilt. He's got coolers on coolers. He's got, I've never seen anything like it under there. You go underneath the car, there's coolers to keep the coolers cool. But he ended up, even for the power steering. So eventually, it got to the point, I think for the last 8 years, the car never got used. And it literally got locked away and forgotten about in a garage. So as I previously mentioned, I did say that I loaned Chris my Cossie. And when he said he wanted one, I was going through my head to think who still had a Cosworth. And I thought, I wonder if Marty still got his. And when I rang him, surely enough, he did. So I've got some pictures when we pulled it out the garage. Non-runner. The injectors were seized. There was just, oh, honest, that was just the start of it. The car had to be dragged onto a truck, which there's pictures of that as well. Gets the car in a truck. Pretty much just took it to John's, and we left it with John. And John, what did you find with this?
Main problem was fuel. The fuel had gone off in the petrol tank, which in turn done the fuel pump. So it's now got my petrol tank on it. Brand new 044 fuel pump, brand new filters. Flushed all the lines out. Took the injectors, cleaned the filters in the top of the injectors. Had a fuel leak, fixed the fuel leak. Then that's it started and running under its own steam. Then just basically start going through everything from there. Just new timing belt, been stood for so long. Got it all up and running, how it should. Put the Y band in, took it out to check it with the Y band, didn't we?
We did. I was actually present at this point. I was in the car, and it did have, and I don't know why he put this turbo on, a Chinese, really cheap, bodged up turbo. I mean, it was
35.
It was massive, right? A GT35 turbo, but really, it was the cheapest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think you got change out of 100 quid for it. But I think it only lasted for 1 boost.
Worth more than scrap.
We got to boost it once.
Yeah. And boost it once, checking the fueling on it, and lowered off, turned round about, went to come back, no boost. We thought the pipe blew off at first. No, turbo collapsed.
The shaft in that old turbo was literally like a hot dog. It was just flopping about.
What turbo are we running now? What's turbos running now?
That's the new Pulsar turbos that's out. Basically, they do copies of the garage stuff. It's a GTX 3076R, so it's twin ceramic roller bearing. Nice. It's running external wastegate, screamer pipe. It's a nice turbo, but before the Chinese one, it didn't come on boost to about 5,200. And obviously it was revving out at just over 7, so you had a very small power band. This starts spooling about 2,500 RPM. By between 3.5, it's on full boost. It's very nice turbo. In fact, I was that impressed with it. I bought 2 for my cars.
So for people who are watching this, what's the price of these Pulsar turbos? I know they're relatively new, so
that was
cost?
£517 delivered.
Cheap.
It come with a full turbo. You can spec what size you want. You can spec what exhaust housing you want.
Yeah.
Got that one with the V-bands on it. I made a link pipe from the exhaust to the turbo. It comes with the restrictor to screw in the top to make sure it gets the right oil flow through it.
These Pulsar turbos, what a Pulsar quote and what will these flow to?
Just as good as the Garrett's.
Right.
There's a lot of cars on YouTube that I was watching before this, doing really good numbers. There was the Mazda 3 MPSs.
Yeah.
There's one of them doing 500 brake on one, and but when it came, it comes with the exhaust housing off because it just comes as you spec them. All the hardware that come with it, all the bolts, all the clamps, everything's stainless steel. And when you look at the machine work inside the exhaust housing and the turbos, you can tell it's no cheap Chinese casting, and the machine work inside's really, really good.
You rang me when that landed, didn't you?
I did.
Full of excitement. You want to see it? You need to see the machine, Mark.
We'll get closer to the turbo.
I wanted one for my car, so I thought we'd try it out on this car first and see what they're like, see?
Couple of changes that's been made on the outside of the car. Obviously there was some money put into making it run right and getting it boosting right. The boost is currently turned down to 12 psi, John, ish.
Yeah, 11, 12 in the higher gears.
Just because the engine's not very old. However, even at 12 psi, it is absolutely brutal, which you'll see shortly. Yeah. It's evil. That's the only way to describe it. On the outside, it did have some Team Dynamic wheels on it, and we've swapped them out for some Compomotive more 6s, very important. If you have a look at the brake system as well on the car, it's got the AP calipers on. It's got the 2-piece discs on there as well to go with them. Just some subtle changes to the back. When it came, it had a big, awful Cosworth badge just stuck on the back. It weren't even straight. And it had some cheesy plates on as well. So the number plates have been changed out for some RS dealer plates. We've got the proper Sierra RS Cosworth badge, proper Ford badge. It just makes a world of difference to me. I prefer these. And Chris, who owns the car, he was all for it. I think he just pretty much let us spend his money for him, but it's been worth it.
We like that, don't we?
We do, aye. We love that. It has slightly been a victim of the 2000s audio setup. You might notice it's got some screens in there. We've got a sub in the boot, and even in the back of the headrest we've got some screens as well, which I think they're coming out, Anthony. I don't think Chris wanted anyone to say that handbrake.
This handbrake?
That handbrake there. He said don't mention the handbrake.
Don't show anybody that handbrake. There's a 360 of it. Ugly.
Oh, he'd done the gear knob as well.
Did he?
Look at that, man. Because it did have a god-awful gear knob too, so he managed to source a proper factory gear knob.
And no 2000 setup is complete without a set of speakers on the parcel shelf.
Yes.
Look at them.
Anthony, Anthony, look at them. Oh.
So there you go. That looks like a mobile phone stuck in the headrest. And there's another one as well, just in case you missed the first. There is 2 of those. But joking apart, we're looking at a very, very nice example. Stunning, stunning car.
Genuine RS boom shank handle.
Anyone that's owned Cosworths for years will have used this method before. A chopped up broom shank gets rid of your dump valves.
Is that real, is it?
That's real.
Genuine RS one, that.
As you can see from the area, it's obviously mahogany, because we're not messing about with cheap stuff where this man lives.
If you look at the other side, it's even got the curve off the top of the bush handle.
Has it?
Yeah. That was in 3 Cosworths before it came in this one.
Straight from Trigger's broom,
Yeah.
like most Cosworths.
Yeah. Still the original broom after 10 handles. And
Shall we get her out for a drive?
Let's see what she goes like. Here we go.
You ready?
This is what it's all about. This is the kind of thing that we like. Fucking hell, man, what a noise.
I've stink of oil in reverse.
Stinks oil in forward. Sideways, reverse. Smells oil. Do you know what I like about it? Apart from the fact when you're on it, I think the car feels a good car.
Does
like
I?
Everything feels really nice on it, doesn't it?
Feels solid.
Aye.
To be fair though, it's been owned by, like Marty was a mechanic,
Yeah.
and the two brothers that built the engine, they were Ford technicians. They've built Cossie's, RS turbos, everything that really are shit hot at what they're doing.
I found that the ones that I had years ago, the ones that were slightly tatty and not exactly mint, they felt worse on boost. That's when you would really feel its true value.
Everything
how bad it was.
shaking and rattling.
Everything all over the shop. Clutch heavy.
It's not heavy, it's just it's a paddle clutch,
Oh,
and it's either in or it's
On or
out.
off.
I felt that I'd top up, aye, but still it was enough.
John's walking up there to get you on boost.
Oh, right.
Aye.
Just tell him, is he giving you a thumbs up when he's ready?
Right, should be there. John! Right, about there, right.
Ready?